May peace and blessings be upon you. You who are watching this video, you are not here by chance. There are moments in life when the heavens seem to open. When Allah whispers to the soul of a chosen one, it's now or never. And sometimes, that whisper is louder than usual. It cuts through the noise of the world. It pierces the silence of your heart. And it says to you, this Friday is your last chance. Don't let it pass you by. Do not take these words lightly, for perhaps this is the last time Allah reaches out to you in this way. Maybe you have arrived at a carrefour invisible, a secret moment between you and your Lord, where He watches you, He waits, and He hopes for your return. You didn't click out of simple curiosity. You weren't drawn in by chance. What you're experiencing, what you're feeling right now, is invitation divine. An immense mercy that descends discreetly into your life, without making a noise. But she's there. And this Friday, it's not like the others. This Friday is burdened with a spiritual weight that you cannot ignore. It is a turning point, a breath, a call. For Allah, in His infinite wisdom, chooses times when He gives the elected official a unique opportunity to return to Him. And that moment can change everything. You may have been tired these past few weeks. You may have felt alone, empty, misunderstood. You may have prayed without hearing an answer, and yet the answer was on its way. And it comes today, through this reminder, through these words, through this Friday. So listen with your heart. Open the doors of your soul. This is not a video, it is a date with your destiny. This Friday is not just any day. It is the sign that you are still alive in the mercy of Allah. It is the sign that despite the mistakes, despite the falls, despite the silences, Allah still loves you. And this love is manifested today by a last chance to come back with sincerity. So breathe deeply. Feel the gravity of the moment. Because what you're going to hear now can save your future. There are times in life when Allah, in His infinite wisdom, grants His chosen ones one last opportunity, one final reminder before the doors close. This opportunity is like a light at the end of a dark tunnel, a breath of hope when all seems lost. This Friday, you are about to experience maybe that breath. Allah does not close the door of repentance without giving prior warning. Sometimes this warning comes in the form of difficulties, trials, and inner questioning. It is as if your heart is being gently shaken, gently nudged to look beyond the distractions of the world, towards the pure and clear truth. You may have felt this restlessness in your soul, this feeling that something must change, that you can no longer continue on the same path. This Friday is that opportunity, this moment chosen by Allah for you to wake up. He offers you a bridge, a way back to Him. But know that this is not a privilege offered to everyone. Allah gives this special opportunity to those He loves, those He considers chosen, those whose hearts are still capable of opening. It is a mark of honor, but also a great test. Do not underestimate the grandeur of this divine gesture. This final opportunity is proof that you are special, that you have been carefully observed by the Creator. He knows everything about you, your mistakes, your doubts, your struggles. And yet, He grants you this Friday as a gift, as a sincere calling. So how do you respond to this gift? How do you seize this last chance? It's through a sincere return, through deep repentance, through letting go of the burdens that prevent your soul from rising. This Friday, the door opens again. But the decision to enter or not is yours. You've already come a long way, even if you don't realize it. This journey has prepared your heart for this very moment. This Friday is a decisive step, a turning point that can change your life. Remember that the Prophet said that Friday is the best day of the week, a day when Allah descends into the lowest heavens to listen to prayers and requests. This Friday is therefore a blessed occasion, a heavenly gift for you, chosen one. Don't let this opportunity slip away like a fading wave. Embrace it with humility, with faith, with a firm desire to change. Because Allah has chosen you for this. He believes in you, even if you sometimes doubt. This last opportunity, this divine reminder, this breath of hope, all of this is to guide you toward the light, toward inner peace, toward the serenity that only Allah can offer. Prepare yourself to receive this opportunity. Prepare your heart to open. This Friday is here for you. Don't let it pass without taking action. And now, open your heart wide to grasp the invisible signs that Allah sends you on this blessed day. For often, divine help does not knock at the door with a crash, but whispers softly, in secret, to the soul ready to listen. Can you feel that slight thrill in your chest? That restlessness you don't always understand? These are the subtle signs, these messages that only the chosen ones can perceive. They don't always come in the bright light, but in the soft shadow of the little things of everyday life. Perhaps you had a strange dream, a dream laden with symbolism, a call to rise up. Or perhaps you heard a word, a phrase thrown out at random, that resonated within you like a hidden truth. These are the clues, the little keys that the Almighty places on your path so that you don't get lost. Sometimes it's that feeling of intense loneliness, that sense that the whole world seems far away, when in reality, it's Allah who isolates you so He can speak to you better. This isolation is a blessing in disguise, a sacred space where your soul can awaken without distraction. You may notice uncanny coincidences, unexpected encounters with people who speak directly to your soul, books or verses that fall before your eyes at the exact moment you need them. These are not mere coincidences, but signs, divine beacons. These signs are there to awaken your sleeping conscience, to open your eyes to the deeper reality. They are like a dim light in a dark room, enough to help you find the way, but not enough to make you doubt. The Prophet said that Allah descends every Friday to the lowest heavens to listen to the prayers of the believers. But how do you know if you are among those who are listened to? These are the invisible signs that guide you to Him, that open the door to His mercy. Don't ignore them. Don't push them away. Learn to listen to this silent language of the soul, for often it is in silence that God speaks loudest. It is there that the heart of the chosen one recognizes the call, that faith is strengthened, that the light begins to shine again, even in the thickest darkness. This Friday, pay attention to these signs. Be ready to respond, for they are proof that Allah is calling you, that your last chance is at hand. Now that you've seen the signs, and your heart is beginning to awaken, it's time to address what might be holding you back from crossing that final threshold. For this Friday, to be truly blessed requires a profound sacrifice, that of abandoning whatever is holding you back from Allah. There are invisible burdens weighing down your soul, the resentment that gnaws at you, the pride that closes your heart, the hidden sins you refuse to acknowledge, and the spiritual procrastination that keeps you putting off your true transformation. These are the chains that Allah is calling you to break, this Friday more than ever. Start with grudges, that silent poison that destroys inner peace. Let go of past hurts and forgive those who have wronged you, even if it seems difficult. The Prophet taught that forgiveness is a door to Allah's mercy. If you hold on to that grudge, you are closing the door to your own deliverance. Then, pride. That subtle feeling that makes you think you can do without God, that you're strong enough on your own. It's a trap. because humility is the key to divine closeness. Recognize your weaknesses, accept that you need Allah, and place yourself as a humble servant before Him. Hidden sins, on the other hand, are shadows that darken your heart without you always realizing it. This Friday is the time to expose them to the light of sincere repentance. Do not minimize them. Do not ignore them. Turn to Allah with a pure heart, with deep regret. Finally, spiritual procrastination. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"? How many times have you put off that return to Allah that you feel deep within you? This Friday is the time to end this cycle, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. Preparing for this Friday also means purifying yourself physically and spiritually. Performing ablutions carefully, dressing properly, arriving early at the mosque, opening your heart to prayer, and listening to the sermon with concentration. These are the actions that demonstrate your sincerity and respect for this divine appointment. You are at a crossroads. Be courageous. Let go of what is holding you back. For to receive Allah's help, to hear His call, you must first make room within yourself. This Friday is your last chance, a bridge to the light. Don't let the invisible chains of this world hold you back. Having recognized what you must leave behind, it is now essential to prepare your heart to receive the blessing of this unique Friday. For a prepared heart is a receptive heart, ready to welcome the divine light that descends on that day. Preparing your heart begins with returning to sincerity. Examine your intention deeply. Why do you want to return to Allah? Is it out of fear, hope, or simply a sense of emptiness? Sincerity is the key to everything. Allah looks at the depths of your being, not just at appearances. Then, nourish your heart with dhikr, the remembrance of Allah. Repeat words that soothe, such as La ilaha illallah, Astaghfirullah, or prophetic invocations. Dhikr purifies the soul, soothes torments, and brings you closer to your Lord. Also take the time to meditate on the verses of the Quran that speak of mercy, forgiveness, and hope. The Quran is an inexhaustible source of light. Gently reread the passages that speak to you, letting them penetrate your heart. Friday prayer, Salat al-Jumu'ah, is a special occasion. Approach Allah with humility and renewed faith, remembering that this day is a sacred occasion. Prepare yourself mentally and spiritually to listen to the khutbah, for its words can change the course of your life. Gratitude is also a balm for the heart. Thank Allah for this last chance, even if it seems difficult or late. Thank Him for His infinite patience, for His unfailing love. Finally, open your heart to trust in Allah. Sometimes the path seems dark, the trials heavy. But remember that Allah is with the patient, the sincere, and the repentant. Faith in His justice and mercy will carry you through the storms. Preparing your heart is therefore an act of faith, courage, and patience. It is an intimate commitment, a promise you make to yourself and to your Creator. This Friday, let your heart rise, open, and receive the light that comes from above. Be ready to change, to be reborn. Having prepared your heart, it is now time to act. This Friday, your actions will be the witnesses of your faith, the tangible proof of your sincerity towards Allah. For faith without actions is like a tree without fruit. The first essential action is prayer. Make sure you pray with concentration and humility. Do not make prayer a mere routine, but a moment of sincere dialogue with your Lord. Let each rak'ah be an opportunity to purify your soul and elevate your spirit. Participate fully in Friday prayers at the mosque if you are able. This gathering is a source of immense blessings. Listen attentively to the khutbah, meditate on its words, and let them permeate your heart. Then, take the time to make dhikr, this remembrance of Allah that renews faith and soothes the soul. Whether before prayer, after or during quiet moments of the day, repeat the names of Allah. Invoke Him fervently. Sadaqah, charity, is also a valuable deed. Giving even a small amount of alms this Friday is a powerful way to purify your heart and attract God's mercy. Remember that every good deed multiplied on this day carries immense weight. Get closer to your loved ones. Friday is a day of fellowship and social connection. Forgive those who have hurt you, renew your family ties, and bring peace to those around you. Your social actions are a form of worship. Finally, commit to maintaining these good habits after this Friday. This isn't just a day, it's a starting point. May this Friday be the beginning of a new chapter, of a life transformed by faith and good works. Every action, big or small, counts. This Friday, choose to walk towards Allah with determination and sincerity. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have arrived at that crucial moment where words are no longer simply words, but a divine breath that can awaken your sleeping soul. This Friday, this blessed day, is not a day like any other. It is a turning point, a tipping point that can change your entire life if you know how to recognize it and seize it. Why is this Friday so special? Because Allah, in His infinite wisdom, dedicated this day to His mercy, forgiveness, and the redemption of sincere hearts. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that on this day, there is an hour when Allah answers the prayers of His servants. A secret hour, which only the chosen ones know how to seek with faith and patience. This Friday can be that moment for you. The moment when everything you've hoped for, waited for, and cried for finally finds its answer. It's the moment when light pierces the darkness, when hope is reborn in your weary heart. But for this Friday to be that miraculous moment, you must be ready. Ready to surrender yourself completely to God's will, ready to leave the past behind, ready to welcome a new life. For Allah never changes, but it is He who transforms hearts. Remember the words of the Quran, Allah does not change the condition of a people until those among them change what is within themselves. Surah Al-A'raf 13:11. This change begins today, right here in your heart. You may be tired, hurt, or lost, but this Friday is your chance for rebirth. Allah never abandons you, even when you feel alone. He often works through unexpected means, encounters, trials, and moments of solitude. This Friday, He wants to offer you peace, guidance, and light. Remember that the chosen ones are those who persevere despite difficulties, those who keep the faith even when all seems lost. They are those who have heard Allah's call and responded with courage. You may have survived humiliations, betrayals, nights of doubt, but this Friday, your reward is near. It is a day when the veil between the worlds is thinner, when the heavens descend to hear the prayers of the believers. It is a day when your patience will be rewarded, when your repentance will be accepted with mercy. Imagine this moment, this sacred silence, your prayer rising to heaven, your heart opening to Allah's infinite mercy. Feel the peace filling your being, the light dispelling your fears, the divine love healing your wounds. This Friday can change your destiny. It can transform your regrets into hope, your mistakes into lessons, your loneliness into divine companionship. But it depends on you, on your willingness to reach out to Allah and walk toward Him with faith. You are not alone. Millions of chosen ones stand by your side, each with their own story, their own struggles, their own victories. Together, you form a community of light, a circle of faith that grows and rises toward the Most High. So seize this last chance. Don't let the distractions of the world distract you. Don't let doubts or fear stop you. This Friday is your date with destiny, with the mercy of Allah. Pray with sincerity, act with faith, love with generosity. Open your heart and let Allah fill it with His peace. This Friday is an open door to a better future, a new life under His protection. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. Ameen.